What's up, buddy? How you been? I feel like it's been a while. I've been very busy dealing with real life, because unfortunately, I'm not one of these rich influencers that gets to just run around and go on exciting luxury vacations. No, I gotta work. I gotta make money. It's a desperate struggle to survive. But as we've seen, these luxury experiences, the influencers, that they love them. They especially love the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. Why do they love it? Because for them, $6,000 is not a lot of money. $6,000 for a 2-night stay. They go, yeah, that's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. To me and you, I assume if you're watching my channel, you're a poor schlub like me. It's too much. And we've been saying this. And we will continue to say this. And I think Disney might finally be listening, because as we're seeing, they are finally starting to drop the price of the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. Why? Because they can't fill this thing to save their lives. No one is going to the Starcruiser. That's what we're going to talk about. But before we get into it, I want to talk about my sponsor, Into the AM. I'm always getting comments from you guys saying, Vito, for a disgusting fat man, you certainly dress for success. Where do you get all those fantastic graphic t-shirts? Well, the answer, of course, is Into the AM. What I love about these guys is not only are these high-quality shirts that are comfortable and thrilling to wear, but they have real designs from real artists. And I'm always getting stopped by people on the street asking me, where did you get that sick t-shirt? The answer, of course, is Into the AM. Best of all, these shirts are very affordable. One of their best deals is that you can get any 3 graphic t-shirts for just $60, which is a complete bargain considering the quality of these shirts. Not to mention that if you use the link in my description, you're going to save an entire 10% off your order. The savings are incredible, people. You'd be an idiot not to buy. So I implore you, if you're looking to step up your wardrobe, get some style in your closet for once, check out intotheam.com. Use the link in my description and save 10% off your entire order. You're going to be coming back to me in a couple months going, Vito, I'm a beautiful man now, and it's all thanks to you and Into the AM. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Now, let's talk about this Starcruiser. Now, you can say I'm beating a dead horse here, but this is a horse that I will continue to beat till the end of time. When they announced the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser, Star Wars fans, even a guy like me, I go, I probably am not going to be able to afford it, but if it was, I don't know, $500 a night, $1,000 a night, maybe I could justify it as content for my channel or a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Then they drop the prices on us. Again, let's go through this. For 2 guests per cabin, $1,200 per guest per night, for a total of $4,800. Come on, Disney. Come on. You save a little bit per person if you pack the thing. Again, if 3 adults, 1 child, well, that's only $750 a night, or $6,000 voyage total. But as we've discussed, this is out of the price range for most people. I actually have a friend. She loves Star Wars. Her husband loves Star Wars. They're obsessed. And they keep talking about, oh, we got to go to the Starcruiser. I know these guys. They don't have any money. I'm like, what are you, nuts? And I feel for them, though, because, they're not rich guys, but they love Star Wars. They'd love to go to the hotel. It's one of their dreams to go to the hotel. But part of me as a financial advisor wants to shake them and go, it's 2 nights in a windowless bunker. It's not worth it, you morons. I really hope they don't spend their money on it. Because, as we've seen, this is a thing for most Star Wars fans. Most Star Wars fans can't go on the Galactic Starcruiser. I follow all the Facebook groups, and I look at the people who are going. It's rich families, man. I tell you what, I would, and nothing against them. If you have the money to go, God bless you. But I look at these perfect families of doctors and lawyers and people with a bunch of money in their pocket, and I go, well, okay, if you want to go on a Star Wars adventure with a bunch of doctors and lawyers, I guess that's what the Galactic Starcruiser is. You're not going to meet the down and dirty Star Wars fans. You're not going to meet a lot of Vitos on those cruises. Well, that's clearly the direction that Disney has went with this. They've said it's a luxury experience. It's for the well-to-do Star Wars fan. We only want the fans who are going to come in and buy a $500 lightsaber and spend a couple $100 more on drinks. Okay, that's an option. But that option only works if there's enough Richie Riches out there to keep the money printer going, okay? To keep the coffers full. And what Disney is quickly realizing is Star Wars is kind of an everyman product where the people who are kind of into it, it's not necessarily well-to-do people. It's a lot of just normal guys who we can't justify $6,000 to bring our families to the Galactic Starcruiser. And we've now gotten to the point where Disney is canceling voyages. I'm so tired of it. How are you going to call it a voyage? Again, it's not a boat. It's a bunker. It's a concrete bunker. Anyway, they are now being forced to cancel dates because they can't fill them. Again, this is a role-playing adventure. You need a certain number of people to justify the fact that your cast and crew are going to show up, because you're paying actors, you're paying actresses, you're paying all of the little in-between people, the chefs and the whatever else. Well, you can't justify that if you have what is being rumored, what people are saying, a 25% occupancy rate. If only 25% of the rooms are full, from a cost perspective, it doesn't make sense to pay Ray Skywalker and Sammy the mechanic and whatever else, because you're just throwing money away. You're going to make less from that 25% occupancy than you would paying the crew and whatever else. So, some guests are currently reporting, and this again comes from Walt Disney World News Today. Great site. Always going to cite them. You guys do great work. They're actually hiring right now. So if you need a job writing about Walt Disney World News, head on over there. Okay. Now, they have guests reporting. These are guests who already booked a date. And these are summer dates. This is July to September 2023. What happens in summer? A little thing called summer vacation. The kids are off of school. They're back from college. It's a perfect time to go on a big family summer vacation. And I know that we're 6 months out, but clearly Disney wanted to be filling these dates 6 months in advance. They are flabbergasted that they can't fill these things, and are now calling these guests, canceling their voyages, and offering them a different voyage date. The current dates are canceled and no longer available. July 4th, 12th, 17th, August 1, 7, 15. That's a ton. Oh my God. Remember, these are 2-day excursions. So you're talking about, that's 6 days out of July. They're not going to run the thing. That's 8 days out of August. They're not going to run the thing. That's bleeding money to have this. I don't know how many millions of dollars they sunk into it, but to have that giant building sit in the middle of nowhere, not producing any profit for that amount of time. Wow, that's a lot of dates. Disney is calling guests affected by the cancellations and offering to move them to different voyages at a 50% discount. That's another thing. Is that the people who you cancel, you can't expect them to pay full price again. You know, they already made space on their calendar or ask work for time off, and now you got to slash 50% off. Granted, 50% of $6,000 still sounds pretty good, but this thing must be bleeding money. It must be, because there's so many upfront costs. There's so many upfront costs in building the building, hiring the actors, training the actors, not to mention all the writing of the script. You have writers for this thing. You have people programming the little games you play on board. There are so many upfront costs. I would say it's very possible $1 billion has been sunk into this thing. It could be a wild, it's a wild guess, but who knows? And they can't fill it. Nobody wants to go. There's a lot of arguments about why that is. I was listening to another YouTuber. I should have wrote down who it was, but he said, why making this a Last Jedi or sequel trilogy era thing has been a big kick in the pants. Because a lot of Star Wars people don't want to meet Rey Skywalker. They don't want to meet Kylo Ren. They want to meet Luke, Vader. And this is another theory I have, that this time they're taking off, it's possible that they're going to start retheming this thing. It's possible they're taking time off to retrain the staff for a new storyline, something set in the Mandalorian era. People are talking about Mandalorian is very hot. Baby Yoda is very hot. It's possible they're going to take this thing and try to change the timeline, try to change where we're at. I think it might be a good idea. Then again, I think it's more likely that they're going to start with the discounts. I think they're going to go, can we make this work at a lower price point? Make it a less prestige experience? Do we need all these actors? Maybe we can cut back on some of this stuff. And part of the reason I think this is this follow-up story where Disney is now offering the first ever public discount on Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser hotel packages. So up to now, there's never been any official real discount for the Starcruiser. I think we've reported about them offering, discounted rooms to employees and stuff like that to try and fill it. But this is the first public discount. Now, Stingy Disney, I hate to say it. I was like, well, how much does it cost? And the thing is, they're not actually lowering the price of the Starcruiser, which is wild to me. They are offering a discounted trip with the Starcruiser where guests can save up to $700 on a 2-night Disney hotel stay immediately before or after their voyage on the Galactic Starcruiser. Now, I guess this kind of makes sense. If you're traveling to Florida to go to Walt Disney World, you probably are, you're not going just for the Starcruiser. I assume anybody buying a room on the Starcruiser is probably going to spend 1 or 2 days at the Walt Disney World Resort or Epcot or whatever else as well. So they're also going to be doing, that part of the vacation. Disney is factoring for that and saying, well, as long as you're here, as long as you are planning to go to Walt Disney World, why don't we give you $700 off, $350 a night at, let's see, so it's a tiered discount. You can save $350 a night if you stay at one of the top hotels, the Grand Floridian or the Yacht Club. So those are the expensive kid resorts. $250 a night at Animal Kingdom, Wilderness Lodge, whatever, and $150 a night if you're staying at the Coronado Springs with all the poor people. I don't actually know. I've never been to any of these, but that's what I've heard is that that's kind of the tier. So you're gonna save $700. I mean, not exact. I don't know. Sometimes Disney hotels are as much as $1,000 a night anyway, so you're not really saving. You're just spending more money in a different, more creative way. But it does. I mean, when you think about it, this was hyped up as this thing is going to be sold out forever. Every influencer and Disney fan and rich kid under the sun is going to come running for the chance to pretend to be a Jedi and run around and meet all the characters. There were those of us who believed this. There were some people saying, yeah, absolutely, you're never going to be able to get on the Starcruiser. You're not. You better buy a ticket now because it's going to be booked up for the next 3 years. And then there's guys like me going, guys, we're in a global recession. And the amount of people, not to mention, I picture a rich guy and his kid goes, Daddy, let's go on a vacation. And he goes, okay, well, I don't know, maybe I'll sit on a cruise ship and smoke a cigar and drink some wine. I don't see a lot of rich guys who go, I want to dress up as Han Solo for 2 days and run around like a moron. That's more idiots like me. And I don't have $6,000, which is why I engage in childish fantasy and pretend to be Han Solo, okay? So I don't know what we're going to do here, but the fact that they are canceling voyages, discounting the hotel, or offering discounted price packages is just more evidence that this thing is in trouble. Can they turn it around? That's the big question. My gut says no. My gut says this is just a bad idea from front to back. There's no way to save it. The one idea that has been floated that I think would be a good idea is to say, forget the hotel, or make it a one-night thing, make it a dinner theater show, get rid of all the adventure, get rid of the whatever, going to Batu and what. No, you show up, you hang out in the hotel, you get 2 meals, you get a lunch, you get a dinner, you see a show, at the end of it, you get to watch Kylo Ren fight Rey or whatever, you sleep in the hotel, and then the next night you leave. And you got to cut the price. It's got to be what, like $1,000 or something. I think you might be able to convince people for a $1,000 one-night experience, see the hotel. I mean, it's kind of weird to spend one night in a hotel. The whole hotel aspect makes no sense to me. They should have honestly just made a Star Wars restaurant. That would have been way more popular. People would have went to that in droves. Again, dinner and a show, $500 a ticket to see a lightsaber battle live. People would have ate that up. The whole hotel aspect makes no sense to me. But if they retheme it to some sort of bite-sized package, and I don't know, you get the lightsaber battling. I don't know how you cram it all into one day, but I think that might be the way to do it. As is, clearly, they can't fill the rooms. I don't think they're going to fill the rooms. This thing is dead in the water, guys. I don't see a way back. But please, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Am I still just way too negative about this thing? You going, oh, Vito, they'll figure it out. They'll come up with a way. It's Disney. They never get anything wrong. Disney's never, ever made a mistake in the history of the company. Well, that's not true. I don't know what you guys think, but this thing still has disaster written all over it to me. But let me know in the comments. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, join the Vito Nation, and we got more cool content coming soon. I love you, buddy. Take care of yourself.